National Electrical Code Section 300.11a states that conduit shall be fastened securely in place. Section 314.23 says that conduit shall not be used as a means of support. The International Electrical Code Section 721.101 from IEC 60364-7-710 also specifies that conduit shall not be used as a means of support. Section 721.102 from IEC 60364-7-710 requires that conduit be supported in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. The Ontario Electrical Safety Code Section 12-204, Item 1, similarly states that conduit shall not be used as a means of support, and Section 12-204, Item 2, mandates that conduit be securely fastened to a building structure or other approved support. Other industry standards, like the National Fire Protection Association 70, which is the National Electrical Code that was previously mentioned, also covers that. Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers Standard 81, which is the guide for measuring earth resistivity, ground impedance, and earth surface potentials of a grounding system, also specifies that conduit shall not be used as a means of support. Underwriters Laboratories 5, 6th edition, which concerns flexible cord and fixture wire, indicates that TY wire is not listed for use as a means of support for conduit. There are additional considerations to keep in mind, such as the fact that TY wire is a temporary support method and is not intended for permanent installations. TY wire can potentially damage conduit if it's not properly installed. Furthermore, TY wire can interfere with the proper operation of the conduit system. In conclusion, TY wire should not be used as a means of support for conduit. There are numerous code references and industry standards that prohibit this practice. Using TY wire as a support method can pose safety hazards and damage the conduit system. It is crucial to adhere to the relevant electrical codes and industry standards to ensure a safe and reliable electrical installation. The NEC emphasizes secure fastening of conduit in Section 300.11a. This means using approved methods and hardware to firmly attach the conduit to the building structure. Proper fastening prevents the conduit from moving, sagging, or becoming dislodged, which could lead to stress on connections, damage to the conduit itself, and potential safety hazards. The prohibition against using conduit as a means of support, as stated in NEC Section 314.23a, is equally important. This rule prevents the practice of hanging other equipment or conduit from existing conduit runs. Doing so can overload the conduit system, potentially causing it to collapse or create unsafe conditions. The IEC provides similar guidelines in Sections 721.101 and 721.102 of IEC 60364-7-710. These sections reinforce the importance of not using conduit as a support and ensuring that it is supported according to the manufacturer's instructions. This highlights the need to follow the specific recommendations provided by the conduit manufacturer regarding support spacing, hardware, and installation techniques. The ESC echoes these requirements in Sections 12-204, Items 1 and 2. The ESC explicitly states that conduit cannot be used as a means of support and must be securely fastened to the building structure or other approved support. This ensures that the conduit system is mechanically sound and can withstand the stresses and vibrations associated with normal operation. Beyond the specific code references, it is also essential to consider industry best practices and manufacturer recommendations when installing conduit systems. These resources provide valuable guidance on selecting the appropriate support methods, hardware, and installation techniques for different types of conduit and applications. For example, rigid metal conduit typically requires different support methods than electrical metallic tubing due to its greater weight and rigidity. When selecting support hardware, it is crucial to ensure that it is listed and labeled for the intended use. This indicates that the hardware has been tested and certified to meet relevant safety standards. The hardware should also be compatible with the type of conduit being supported and the building structure to which it is being attached. The spacing between supports is another critical factor to consider. The neck, IK, and E-skull provide guidelines on maximum support spacing for different types of conduit. These guidelines are based on the conduit's size, material, and application. It is essential to adhere to these guidelines to prevent the conduit from sagging or becoming damaged. In addition to mechanical support, it is also important to consider the environmental conditions to which the conduit system will be exposed. For example, in corrosive environments, it may be necessary to use corrosion-resistant conduit and support hardware to prevent premature failure. In areas subject to vibration, it may be necessary to use vibration-dampening supports to minimize the risk of damage. The use of TY wire as a conduit support is generally discouraged due to its inherent limitations. TY wire is typically a flexible wire or cable that is not designed to provide rigid support. It can stretch, sag, and become loose over time, which can compromise the integrity of the conduit system. Furthermore, TYY may not be compatible with all types of conduits and may not be able to withstand the weight and stress of a fully loaded conduit run. The use of proper conduit supports is crucial for ensuring the long-term reliability and safety of electrical systems. By adhering to the relevant electrical codes, industry standards, and manufacturer recommendations, you can create a conduit system that is mechanically sound, environmentally resistant, and capable of withstanding the rigors of normal operation. In summary, the installation of conduit requires careful attention to detail and adherence to established guidelines. The neck, IK, and E-skull provide specific requirements for supporting conduit, and it is essential to follow these requirements to ensure a safe and reliable electrical installation. The use of TY wire as a conduit support is generally discouraged due to its inherent limitations, and it is important to use approved support methods and hardware that are specifically designed for the purpose. By following these best practices, you can create a conduit system that will provide years of trouble-free service. Considering the electrical codes and standards across different regions reveals a consistent emphasis on secure and reliable conduit support systems. The National Electrical Code, widely adopted in the United States, provides detailed guidelines in sections such as 300.11 and 314.23, as previously mentioned. These sections not only mandate secure fastening but also explicitly prohibit the use of conduit as a primary means of support for other equipment or conduit runs. This is to prevent overloading and potential structural failure of the conduit system. Similarly, the International Electrotechnical Commission standards, particularly IEC 60000, 364-7-710, echo these sentiments on a global scale. These standards underscore the importance of adhering to manufacturers' instructions for support, reflecting a focus on engineered solutions and proper installation techniques. This approach ensures that conduit systems meet specific performance criteria and maintain their integrity over time. In Canada, the Ontario Electrical Safety Code aligns with both the NEC and IEC in its restrictions on using conduit as a support mechanism. Section 12E-204 of the EAS clearly stipulates that conduit must be independently and securely fastened to the building structure or an approved support system. This requirement reinforces the need for robust and reliable support methods that can withstand environmental factors and mechanical stresses. Furthermore, industry standards such as those published by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers and Underwriters Laboratories play a crucial role in defining acceptable practices. IEEE STD 81, which focuses on grounding systems, indirectly emphasizes the importance of proper conduit support by ensuring the overall integrity and safety of electrical installations. UL standards such as UL5 for flexible cords and fixture wires highlight the limitations of certain materials like TY wire, which are not designed or tested for structural support applications. The consistent message across these codes and standards is that conduit systems must be installed with approved support methods that are designed to handle the weight and mechanical stresses of the installation. This approach minimizes the risk of failures, enhances safety, and ensures compliance with regulatory requirements. The selection of appropriate conduit support hardware is also a critical aspect of proper installation. Various types of supports are available, including clamps, straps, hangers, and standoffs, each designed for specific conduit types and mounting configurations. It is essential to choose hardware that is listed and labeled for the intended use, indicating that it has been tested and certified to meet relevant safety standards. The materials used in conduit support should also be compatible with the conduit itself and the surrounding environment. In corrosive environments, for example, stainless steel or coated supports may be necessary to prevent degradation and maintain structural integrity. Support spacing is another critical factor to consider, as it directly affects the load-bearing capacity and stability of the conduit system. Electrical codes and manufacturers' recommendations typically specify maximum support intervals based on conduit size, material, and application. Adhering to these guidelines ensures that the conduit is adequately supported and prevents sagging or excessive stress on connections. In addition to mechanical support, it is important to address other factors that can impact the long-term performance of conduit systems. These include proper grounding, protection against physical damage, and measures to prevent the ingress of moisture or contaminant. By addressing these considerations, installers can ensure that the conduit system operates safely and reliably for its intended lifespan. In summary, the use of TY wire as a conduit support is generally discouraged due to its inherent limitations and the availability of more suitable alternatives. Electrical codes and industry standards emphasize the importance of using approved support methods that are designed to handle the weight and mechanical stresses of the installation. By following these guidelines, installers can create conduit systems that are safe, reliable, and compliant with regulatory requirements.